Hello, and welcome to Higurashi When They Cry. Now, I'm going to be upfront with you. So, I know the first little bit, and as it may very well be easy to tell, I have a save stay on here too. But, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start up a new file because last time I played this was last year and I haven't beaten it. So, I'm going to, well, let's see if we could do a full playthrough. If so, and it turns out well, I guess we're on to the second game of it. Let's start. Ooh, crickety crickety. Welcome to the world of Higurashi When They Cry. The only Kakushi arc will be the opening, inviting you into this world. Don't play tough. Please. Just enjoy life in Hinamizawa to the fullest. The difficulty is extremely high, but I hope you will enjoy the reward. Oh no. Oh no. No. Please do not lament. I will forgive you even if the world will not forgive you. Please do not lament. I will forgive you even if you will not forgive the world. So please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? This is a work of fiction. Clearly. Early summer. I was going to be ripped apart anyways. Having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even to this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It's as if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly, sobbing voice. And those tears, an metaphorical, repetitious sound finally stilled, and everything was silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained, annoyingly loud, and yet I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's not possible, when she is no longer speaking. Oh no! No kidding. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion, because there's none to show. She had no tears to shed for me, and I shouldn't need to shed any for her. Bro. Then why? This pain, my eyes getting moist. Why was this happening? I still wanted to believe. I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough. And countless times I'd wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except I stubbornly refused to do that. I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe it, didn't I? Only I could understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me. I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright just to take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind. With her. Like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, it's there. Just lift it up. Come on, man. You used it for years. With every swing, forget a little more. That's not the sound of a bat. That's the sound of my hand. The kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last. Okay for you. Well, that's a weird way of saying you had a weird jerk off sesh. Perhaps I really did. Love you. If I didn't just get done saying what I said, I don't regret it. Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. You don't say. I guess we should give a voice for our main character. Our main boy. Oh. I wonder what she's apologizing for. Felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It'd been a while since I'd last went to the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Hey, bro, you too? Ah, but come on, man. You know. I'm not going to make a dead relative joke, but you look pretty stiff. Pretty stiff. Even though I've lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and the multi-lane roads, the melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. They all sounded like Hugh Jackman in a subway station, screaming at the top of his lungs. Deadpool will not fight me. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of the brooks and the books being thrown at the children because there's no police that's going to be like, hey, that's child abuse. And the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness has begun to instill a sense of serenity. There is nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints. There aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. Like, I can't just go chill with the bros over at the arcade machines, whip them on Mortal Kombat's arcade machines, and be like, yo, I totally won. I didn't just get slapped with the back of your ring hand and scream at you. I totally didn't do that. I whooped you. But I'll never tell you this. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. We blame that on Timothy. He used to be Catholic. Think he was saying something about priest? Don't know. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them anyway. I had lived in a city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. I saw people there and was like, nah, nah, fam, not happening. I should have gone to at least one. But then I thought, you know, it's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody's still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. Started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. Kinda wanna punch him and be like, yo, bro, stop. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. Okay, I just want to take a moment to talk about that line. Lie. Fight me on that, but I've seen some pretty unforgivable things in my life. Not a very long life, but I've seen things. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You just need to be more careful next time. Yeah, tell that to the millions of poor people. I wonder what's on the History Channel. She's still apologizing, even now. Then has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey, you, the one she's apologizing to? Why don't you go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Kaiichi, we're almost there. Wake up. Finally roused from my nap is my whole body. It seems the train has reached its final stop. We spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window in the city I was in half a day ago were in the same country. No. That they were even from the same era. From there, we take a car deeper into the mountains. Kaiichi, I'm your father, and I think you need to go to bed. Okay, past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. There, where I live now, in Amazawa. Hinamizawa. Higurashi When They Cry. Even though we are approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Although in exchange, you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Now this some dirtier. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. I was like, yeah, nah, fam. We need more paper. Let's get that paper, bros. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably up working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. Such a laid back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, work when you want. Sounds like YouTube, fight me. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school and that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about it. It was just because it looked so easy. I had never told him that though. That I could do the same thing in my sleep. All I had to do was think back. Those kids laughed at me in, in middle school. I'm a pain about that. 2,000 years later, there's this portrait of little Jimmy and his father just pimp slapping him like, this is what you get. I'm sorry, my mind blanked there. I don't know where that was going. Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, rye, and grilled salmon. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. Perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Like my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. I'm so happy that you've been waking up early since we moved here, Kaiichi. If I don't wake up early, I won't have time to eat breakfast. I thought I was being cute. Responded with a wisecrack after being praised for being good. Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? Pile it on. First, I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent, as usual. Fine cuisine. Watching me clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Kaiichi. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. Slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Back of the hand, I'm telling you. Get a ring just so you can say I'm going to smack you with my ring finger. Specifically, like not even the whole hand, just be like. Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about time to meet up with Rena-chan? Hurry, hurry. Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Rena is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. Oh no, screw that going back in time to slap you crap. I'ma slap you as you are. Man. But well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously though, how long does Rena wait there for me every morning? Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door. Please thank Rita-chan for the pickles. Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning! Oh no, how am I going to do Rena's voice? Kaiichi-kun, good morning. Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. Hey, Kaiichi, good morning. Yes, that is her voice. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so concise. Conward! And such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Kaiichi-kun, you're so cold. I wait for you all the time. I'll leave you in the dust, without looking back. Why are you so mean? Why? Rena had a slightly troubled look on her face. Swimming with her was rather fun, because of how quickly her mood changed. I'm kidding. I'd wait for you. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. You're a good bro, man. You're a good bro. I'd wait forever until you came, Rena. No matter how long. Forever? Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read a romance novel, Rena? I haven't ever read any before. From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. Okay, I understand that one. But as a guy, it's more easy to see. No, that doesn't excuse it, but come on, man. I don't know. Too embarrassing. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, message from Mom. She says thanks for the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Not too salty? They weren't that salty. Actually, they were pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who pickled them, Rena? Or was it your mom? Why do you ask? Or were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Rena? Or was it your mom? Why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It truly was a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handled it like the average person. Or so I decided for myself. Okay, so that is where I'm gonna end it here. So, this was Higurashi 1. And, well, I truly hope you enjoyed it. And please, leave a comment. You don't have to like it. I encourage you not to subscribe yet, but please, have a nice day.